Hey, good morning, Rod.
Hey,
Good
good
morning,
morning, good
team.
morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning,
All
everybody. How's everybody
right.
doing this morning?
Awesome. Amazing.
Awesome, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to kick it off here. Want to welcome everybody to our Friday Dream Team Mastermind, where we come together and really just try to sharpen iron, and iron sharpens iron, and we just discuss some major topics that can really impact us or impact our career, our life, and just make us better business people, better realtors, and just overall just better in the marketplace, better in every area of our lives. So we want to welcome everybody, guys. Of course, we always start out our Friday masterminds with some gratitude. There's so much going on. There's always something going on in life, but we just believe that there's always something to be grateful for, something always to be thankful for and grateful for. I think Steve Harvey, heard him say, it's hard to be down and depressed and worried about things and situations when you show gratitude, when you're thankful for something. So just want to go around the room, guys. Anything
Right.
that you're grateful for on this morning? Anybody want to kick us off? Anything that you're grateful for?
Hey, Rod, I'll start us off. Hey, I'm just grateful this morning to you know, like I always say, be in the land of the living, be in my good health. Um, family is relatively, healthy. Everybody got little challenges here and there, but they're still here, because a lot of times we have loved ones and different things that, we take for granted because, we
Mhm.
see them all the time and, a lot of times they're in relatively good health, but, when they're taken out of here is a void, that you miss. I've lost relatives and close family members. And, even when they were not in their best state, it was good that they were still here. I could still have a conversation with them. So I don't take that for granted. And so I'm just grateful to have, those around me that I could still reach out, like my parents and my siblings and in-laws and then and then being able to connect with you folks on the dream team. That I probably talk to you guys more than I talk to my family, and
Right.
just be able to connect with a body of people that are kind of moving in the same direction, kind of same goal, many body of believers, and that we all can connect and uplift each other on a daily basis, and are just invaluable. So I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Tim. Grateful for you.
Yes, sir.
Anybody next? Anything you're grateful for this morning?
This is Jimmy. Good morning, guys.
Hey, Jimmy.
I'm
Come on,
grateful.
Jimmy.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm grateful for the goodness of the Lord, the favor, the blessings, and the abundance of God. I'm grateful for the kindness of God, the abundance, just His favor on me and my family. And I'm very grateful for meeting and knowing you guys. I'm very grateful for that. I don't take that for granted, for being amongst amazing people that we can bounce ideas off, that we can be encouraged. I'm very grateful for the positions that God has, put me in, and just grateful for His favor, His goodness, and His kindness.
Yeah.
Favor of the Lord, I cannot take it for granted. I'm very grateful for favor. I'm very for favor and for goodness. I can't even overemphasize it. So you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Jimmy. Good. Good. Anybody else, guys? What are you grateful for today?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jimmy, you're breaking up. We can't hear you, Jimmy.
Hear me? No?
Yes, now I do.
That's okay. I just want to say thank you for the dream team. Thank you, Tim, for helping me last night. Appreciate it into the wee hours. I hope you can hear me. Appreciate you very much, brother.
You're
an
welcome.
offering.
We lost you, Jimmy. Yeah, but it sounded like, Tim, you was helping her with an offer.
Yeah, she had a contract last night, and about 10 o'clock, she called. I was still up. I just got home, and so we worked through it, and we got it together. And she got to submit to her clients. Her clients, had a deal. She went out and showed some houses. And I know she probably can't tell a story, but And so she went out and they were like, yeah, we want to do it offer like right now. So she called me and we went on and got it done. So
Awesome.
it's one of her first ones. So I said, let's do it. So yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Congratulations. That's awesome, gentlemen. Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome.
Anybody else, guys? What are you grateful for this morning?
Good morning. This is Alicia. I'm truly thankful to God for allowing me to see another day. I thank him for good health, my family, and I'm very thankful for protection. You know, every time you turn on the news, it could be very depressing. So I thank God for his protection, and I thank him for everyone on this call. I'm truly grateful how you give back, especially to us newer agents, your support, your encouragement, and how you help us take our real estate career to the next level. So thank you for everything that you do. I appreciate and I'm very grateful for that.
Awesome, Alicia. We're grateful. Glad to have you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Glad to have you, Alicia.
Anybody else?
I'm grateful for being on the wake up list once again. Just thankful for peace of mind, health, and strength. And then also thankful to you all, just like Alicia said, you know, you keep everybody going and ensuring that we're pushing and striving for greatness. So thank you.
Awesome. Good.
So
Awesome, Cam. Good to hear you.
And I echo what everybody's saying about just grateful to be in the land of the living. Just on yesterday, I had looked at Facebook and, one of my classmates back, in Louisiana passed. I'm like, man, awesome young man, business owner like way back when, in the 90s, 2000s and, entrepreneur, sold cars, big card salesman as well. And he was a minister. So I'm not really sure. He actually married one of our fellow classmates. They've been together for all this time since high school. It's just never know. And then one of friends in church that I grew up in, their father passed. This is somebody that I knew all growing up. So all in the same day. So just grateful to be in the land of the living, guys.
yeah.
Can't take
Amen.
it for granted. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry for your loss, Pastor.
Oh, thank you.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That is so
Grateful for
true.
you
man.
all too. Grateful for this dream team. That's amazing. Just body of believers coming together. Grateful for opportunities. This week I had the podcast with me and Glenn Sanford. It's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks, but just grateful for that opportunity to be able to sit with Glenn and talk. So it was
That's
an
awesome.
awesome session.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hey, Rod, it's not every day you get to just have a podcast with a billionaire. That's a whole
You can check that one off the list.
Yeah, check it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm at a red light. I'm gonna just take advantage of the fact that I'm sitting here, not moving. Real quick, just to say, I'm just grateful to God for the dream team. Always, I'm sitting here. I'm listening to you guys all the time. I don't talk all the time, but praise God. I just want to thank Tim, my brother, for being on the phone last night into the wee hours of the night, putting in an offer. I'm just grateful to God. My clients, they told me when I met them, when I signed the agreement with them, they said, please be patient with us. And I said, no, please be patient with me. They were trying, I thought they were saying, we're going to be looking at 20 houses. So, kind of prepared for that. Fourth house, they put in an offer last night. So thank you, Tim, for helping me with that. I appreciate you, brother. God bless you.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else, guys? One or two more, then we're going to shift gears here. What are you grateful for this morning?
I'm grateful for these allergies kicking me, man. I'm grateful.
Well, you got rain today, so hey, liquid sunshine to make it all better.
Oh my God. I'm grateful for little things, big things and little things.
That means you're taking a breath. You're taking a breath. So praise God. I'm with you on the allergy part.
Well, guys, we want to welcome all of our guests on today. Thank you, all of our guests. Anybody have a guest they want to introduce? Anybody? A guest?
I'd like to introduce my guest, Regina. She is currently with Exit Realty. She is an amazing person. What else? There's so many things I could say about her. Just absolutely loves the Lord. And she'll make sure that you know. Another thing about her, she's also a event planner and decorator as well, and does, if you will, some home staging as well. So yeah, if you ever need some home staging, event planning, decorating, reach out to her.
Awesome. All right, well, welcome, Regina.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Cam. Happy to be on the call today.
Good. Welcome. Glad to have you.
Amen. Thank you.
She's also
Welcome,
in the
Regina.
staffing area as well.
Thank you.
Good. We look
Oh,
forward to meeting
Regina,
you.
can you give your information?
Say that again.
You said put your information in the
Can you
chat.
drop your information in the chat?
Yes, I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, we'd love to get your information. Absolutely. Good.
Yes.
All right, guys. Any other guests on, or anybody here for the first time, new agents to the team? Okay. All right, guys, we're going to push forward. Well, again, welcome, guys. This is our Dream Team Friday Mastermind, where we come together. Appreciate everybody coming on. How many of y'all believe in that 2023 is still going to be your best year ever? How many of y'all still
2023.
declaring it?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
It's going to be your best year ever, guys. I know this year is moving fast. We're, at the end of April, going into May, but guys, still hold fast to that. Hold on to that this is going to be your best year ever. Keep looking at your goals, keep reviewing them every day. I remember, I used to like to write my goals every single day, guys. So I still review them, but, write them, look at them. I know you may have written them down back in January, but hey, you got to pull them out, review them, put them somewhere where you see them every day, still declare and believe that it's going to happen. It's coming to pass. And I used to like to read my goals in the past tense, like they've already happened. That just kind of puts fuel to that faith. Like it's already done. I'm just waiting on the manifestation of it. It's already happened. So just review those goals, guys, and keep believing that this is going to be your best year ever, regardless of what it looks like right now, regardless of the circumstances, the things that you're dealing with, that you're facing right now in your life. It's going to be my best year ever, guys. Today is going to be your best day ever.
That's
Y'all
right.
believe it, anybody?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to get ready to share my slides. We're going to jump into our talk today, guys. Give me 1 second here. Again, welcome, guys. Send this invite. I'm like 20, we kind of light, but we're going to press on with who we have. Guys, let's see here. Let me share my screen. Y'all see my screen?
Yes.
It's always it's one of my first slides here. Of course, welcome to Dream Team Friday Mastermind, FridayMastermind.com. That's where we are every single, we're set surprise vision, guys. It's kind of where we are to where we want to be. Where we want to be, getting on the other side of that bridge. We got to take the first step. But guys, want to be talking about being intentional about personal growth and being willing to go through the process. Y'all ready, guys? Y'all ready to get into this?
Yes.
Y'all kind of quiet out there today.
Oh, let's go.
Do it.
Being intentional, guys. How many of y'all know you got to be intentional about your personal growth?
Absolutely.
Being willing to grow, being
Yes.
intentional about it, like on purpose, like learning, growing, knowing that you need to go to the next level, not being satisfied where you are right now. But I know, again, I got to grow. I got to go to the next level. If I want to hit capper, if I want to hit icon agent, y'all hear in some of our meetings, capping is 80,000. You cap at eXp Realty, that's 80,000 gross commission income. But, at icons, you should be 200 plus. I guess depending on your market, but most markets, you should be over that 200,000 mark, 300, $500,000 to $500,000 or more mark in the business. But it's personal growth. We got to be willing to grow to that next level. Not just go to the next level, but grow to the next level, and be willing to go through your process. What we mean by going through that process, guys, is like there's some learning you got to do. There's some bumps and bruises that you're going to have to take out there in the business. You know, the only way to really learn this business is kind of go through it. Just like, you know, Jim and Tim was up writing an offer. That's how you learn, guys. That's how you learn, and you go through the process, and you may have to, when you get that counter offer back, you got to deal with that situation. You got to figure out how to counter offer and how to keep the deal together. But you got to be willing to go through that process. You don't want to skip steps, guys. So be intentional about your personal growth. Like every week, every day, you should be going to another level in some area of your life. Is that right, guys? Anybody else carry themselves like that, have that principle that I want to get better every single day? I want to get better every week. Anybody, guys?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh yeah.
Every single day, guys, I want to learn something. I'm an avid reader. You know, you'll see in the video, Glenn kind of stumped me. He's like, well, what's your favorite book? Man, I looked around. I'm like, man, I got all kind of books. I'm like, what's that one? It was hard to identify just that one because, you know, I read, you know, constantly. I got, you know, late up last night reading a book on my iPad before I went to bed, and just, I'm always developing myself in the Word of God, you know, personal development in business and things like that. But so be intentional about your personal growth. YouTube, you know, finding your favorite coach out there. You know, some great coaches out there, the Tom Ferriss, the Mike Ferriss. These is what these guys do. They've set up programs and systems and courses, you know, to help agents get better in their craft. So be intentional, guys. You know, write that down. Be intentional about your personal growth and development. Don't just stay stagnant. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, and you talk about you know, personal development. Personal development is so important. And one of my favorite authors is Jim Rohn. And Jim Rohn had a lot of philosophies. And one thing he always said was, in order to be better, you know, for your business to be better, you have to get better.
That's right.
You know, don't wish things was easier. Wish that you were better. Wish that you had more skills. So you got to work harder on yourself than you work on your business.
That's right.
What's our analogy? Like you could chop down a tree with a hammer, but it'll take you all day. You know what I'm saying? So if you sharpen your axe, you know, you could, especially even if you had a dull axe, it could take you all day. But if you spend more time sharpening your axe, and then you spend less time chopping down that tree, what it's just really saying is, you know, you have to, you know, it's good to go out and be active and be ignorant on fire when you get started. But after a while, you got to really work on yourself. Like you said, reading a book, going to class. Don't say spend all day in classes, but learn a skill and then work on that skill, whatever that is, whether it's your listing presentation, your buyer's consultation, your, you know, doing an effective open house or whatever that skill is, continue to work on it, continue to master, continue to read, continue to shadow somebody, you know, continue to plug into these calls and learn, take notes, and then apply those things. But you got to continue to work on yourself in order for your business to get better. Because you can wish all day it can get better, but it's not until you get better.
Absolutely, Tim. And that's why these calls are so important, especially, you know, those of you on the Dream Team. We meet several other days of the week as well, where we strategize. We have these calls where there is some correction. You know, it's kind of like having that coach, that mentor. That's why people hire coaches, to really show them their blind spots. You know, that's why, you know, I love my spouse. She sees my faults and my blind spots, things that I don't see. And, you know, she provides me that correction. Make sure you have someone in your life that's giving you some correction. If you don't have anybody that's giving you correction in your life, guys, you can continue from years and years down the road way off the mark, because in your mind you feel like everything's okay, that you're welcome, you know, you're good, you know, but there's so much, you know, somebody else can see you. But be open to correction, be open to going through your process. Does that make sense, anybody? Going through your process, being put in a position where you're corrected, that's how you go to the next level. That's how personal growth happens, where, you know, somebody can look at where you are right now and show you exactly, you know, what's keeping you up, what may be hindering you from going to that next level in your life, even in your walk in Christ. Every part of your life, guys, in your marriage, everywhere, every part of your life, there's some correction that needs to take place. There's some personal development. some
Yes.
growth that needs to take place. You got to be willing to go through your process.
Yeah.
Don't abort the process.
Yep.
And then now you got to do it all over again because you failed your test. You didn't pass your test. Anybody?
And even when we do pass those tests, that's why it's called personal growth. That's why it's called, focusing on that, because you have to learn and grow from one level to another, because it's going to be the same issues, but appears in different ways. And you've got to have the skill set to be able to deal with it in those different ways and levels that they appear, because nothing is new under the sun. It's going to be the same problem. However, the way I deal with it when I'm dealing with a certain person, I remember, when I got my negotiating skill, certification, whatever, one of the things that, I learned in that process is there's nothing you need to do to be combative with anybody. The fact that someone writes you an offer, right, in a deal, you should acknowledge that. You should make them feel good. So that way you make them feel better and deal with that to be able to get you to where you want to get to. Now, if someone else comes and another deal comes and they are very abrasive towards you, it's the same thing, but deal with it in another way as well, to understand the level where they are and understand that it's not about them, it's about you. Nothing is ever that personal. But the growth and the way we deal with things has to always be elevated in every single way, because it's the same thing that we're dealing with. Every time you're writing an offer or receiving an offer, it's the same thing, but the person behind it is different. So you got to be able to understand how to deal with them. It's a high level of communication to be able to deal with that situation so that it's not abrasive, but it gives you the best results of what you want. So always think of, what is the result that I want? Where do I want to be in this situation? And grow, learn, read books, do things that will let you get better. Like I was saying to some of my mentees yesterday, attend all these meetings and then put it into practice. Put it into practice. Be prepared every single time.
Yeah, that's good, Jimmy. We're going to hear you said a couple of things we're going to get to in just a few minutes. It's some of the slides about that communication, being able to handle situations. So you're spot on. Let's talk about, guys, the principle of growth and change. Growth and change. How many of y'all want to grow? How many of y'all want to change?
Yes.
Yes.
Every day.
Where you are right now to where you need to be, or where God, desires you to be. Anybody else want to growth?
Yes.
Anybody? Y'all can come off mute, guys. Y'all just in listen mode.
Yes, I do.
Anybody want to grow, develop, go to the next level in every area, guys? Because see,
Yes. Yes, definitely.
You're reaping the results right now where you are right now. Where you are in your business, how much business you're doing, your capacity to handle more business. Where you are right now is where you are right now. The results, if you look around, you're sitting around, you're already, I'm speaking to myself right now, guys. This is not just, I'm talking to myself as well. Where we are right now is where we are right now. What needs to change? What needs to shift? What paradigm shifts need to happen? What needs to shift in order for us to go to that next level where we want to be in life? Earning $1 million a year, revenue share coming in $100,000 a month, $1 million a month. You're icon agent, you're icon, but you're hitting icon and you still got 6 months left over. What needs to shift when you're doing 50 deals a year? You're doing, you're making strong 6-figure income. What needs to shift? What needs to change? Here's a slide, guys, came up with sequential stages of growth and development. That pretty little baby right there, guys. That's how most of us started, right? Most of us, that's how all of us started, right? This little baby. Growth and development, guys. First, that baby was born, right? Come on, mamas, help me out. What was the next stage for that baby? What's the next stage after they're born? Brand new babies in their growth, development. They start what? Do they start walking?
No, what's interesting about growth and development with babies and having to do with this business, I can see it too, is you're just adjusting to a new life, something that you've got to grow into, something that you've got to develop into. and everything's brand new, but you have people around you that love you and care about you and will help walk you through every step. And I didn't get a chance to really talk about my gratitude, but that is something I'm very grateful for with this group.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, you're spot on, Mary. You're on point. I love your analogy with the baby and the business, guys, because a lot of new agents. That's why we started our agent academy, because a lot of us were just like babies like this, or we in babes. It's kind of like we were new to the business and we needed somebody to care for us, to nurture us, to really help us to grow and develop and watch after us and protect us and show us the way. So that's why we created this, and that's why we do this mastermind, and the dream team comes together. We've been coming together because we need that type of nurturing environment to grow the right way. So yeah, spot on what you said. But yeah, guys, there's stages of growth and development. That baby's born, what first thing they do is kind of learn how to they roll over. They start kind of rolling over. Then they learn how to sit up. Come on, mamas, help me out, mom. Where the moms at? The babies start to sit up. And what they do after they start sitting up?
Start rolling and
Man,
chords, I guess.
I see all these ladies on here.
They learn
start
to
talking.
feed themselves.
Babbling words.
Start crawling.
Start
Start working with a spoon. Yes.
Yeah. What do you do after they crawl?
They start
Trying to
standing
stand
up.
up.
And falling
They
down.
start trying
Then
to
they try to
stand
stand up.
Yeah.
Then they try to take a couple steps. Then they start walking.
Mhm.
Start walking. What's
Then
after
running.
walking? Then they running.
Then they running everywhere.
I see them running all over church. They run up on the stage.
Mhm.
But
They
guys,
they learn how to put food in their own mouths.
oh, that's good. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
At every stage of life, they're observing, watching,
But not
Yeah.
only that, they're discovering themselves.
right?
When they realize, there's more than just the world, but it's me too. So you're discovering yourself at each stage of
Yeah.
life.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Regina, was that Regina said they learn how to put food in their own mouth?
Yes.
Mhm.
That's something about
Uh-oh.
it. That kind of resonated there. Ooh, can you expand on that, Regina? Can you apply that to real estate? Ooh.
I'm really, really new at real estate. I just got licensed, had been a good 12 months ago. So I'm really,
Okay.
really new at it. But I know for anything, you have to learn how to feed yourself. You have to learn how to, because if not, you're gonna starve. So it's like you gotta learn how to put some food in your own mouth, as you're being taught. And as everyone has said, as you're looking, you're learning, you're growing. These are the things you learn,
And that's where we want to get everybody to that point. Regina, you nailed it. We want to get everybody to the point where you know how to feed yourself, guys. We don't just depend on leads. We don't depend on people giving us stuff, feeding us, feeding you all the time. You should be off milk by now. You should be well advanced. You should be eating solid food and being able to feed yourself and going out there and getting business. So that was really spot on, guys. And it's all in the growth and development stages. Yeah, thank you for that. What do you see, Rex? Oh, go.
No, I was just gonna say, the thing about a little baby also is they're super curious, and that's what everybody's been saying. They're curious, they want to know. And that's the way we should be in our business. Be curious. If Tim is doing X amount of millions of dollars of business every single year, if Rod is doing it, Nicole is doing it, Jason is doing it, I gotta be curious enough to say, what are they doing that I'm not doing?
Yeah.
That's what a baby does. A baby, how many times do we say to a kid, even a little baby, and say, don't put that in your mouth because it fell on the floor. And they're like, why not? They're not asking you why not. They just don't know any better. They just pick it up and put it back in their mouth because they're curious. They want to know.
Yeah.
If they see you putting something in your mouth and you eating, they want to grab the same thing and put it in their mouth and eat because they see that you're okay. So I think we got to apply that in our business. When I see someone doing something and they are doing it well, which is what this group does to encourage us, right? Let me learn what they're doing. Let me get in touch with them. Let me find out what they're doing so I can do the same thing. Bryce said, call him up. Any agent that you see that is like, you know, doing stuff that you want to do, find out what are they doing. Can I shadow you? Can I come along with you? Can you tell me what's going on? Learn so that you can do those things. Mimic. If you're going to copy a cat, copy the right cat.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's right. And one thing I know that a baby learns very early, and nobody really got to teach them. They tell you no in a minute. You got to do something, no. You be like, wait a minute, come here, no. You want to no. Guess what? We got to learn that in our business.
Yeah.
You know, no to procrastination. Watch your favorite TV show. No, sometimes maybe family members, because you trying to, you know, you got to go to something. You're supposed to have a show on this, you know, the weekend. You want to hang out there, you know, no to some of the things that may be taking you from your business, you know. So, I mean, that's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
You know, in this business, a lot of times we want to say we say yes to a lot of different things in our life, but sometimes we just got to say no to them because we have to sometimes stay focused on our goals, focused on what we're doing. And even as the agent,
I think we lost Tim. Sound like he may have been a bad area. But yeah, guys, you know, just like that newborn baby, curious guys, always they're taking in so much. They're learning so much. Their environment is shaping them. The environment that they're in is so critical. But in that stages that we talked about, you know, being born, you know, sitting up, rolling over, sitting up, you know, crawling, walking, running, each step is so critical and so important for the next step.
Yeah.
You can't skip steps, guys. I know it's a lot of get rich quick and, you know, and fake it till we make it, but you got to learn, you got to get proficient at every step, guys. Does that make sense, y'all?
Oh, yes.
He's skipping steps. You know, it only lasts for so long. Eventually, you're going to have to learn to get really good at going in with a listing presentation. I'm going to talk about mastering here in just a second, but you can't just skip steps in life with the get rich quick or the quick fix microwave. You know, you got to be able to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Yes.
Not just fake it, not just look a certain way on the outside appearance, but there got to be some depth to you.
Yes.
You got to grow and develop and go through your process. Making sense, guys? Anybody? I think y'all got your cameras off, man.
Yeah. Very well
It makes a
said.
lot of sense. You know, I was just sitting here thinking, Rod, you know, just as a child grows and develops, you know, from a parent's perspective, a new parent, you know, we also grow and develop. We also have to change and evolve. We also have to do something different, you know, because now you have a person that you're responsible for. So, you know, if you ain't making enough money with that one job you gotta go get another job. Mm-hmm. So you are also constantly evolving. So you got to do something different, you know, to take yourself to the next level, because now you got something to take care of.
That's right. That's a good point, right? Yeah. Really good, guys. That's the principle of growth, development, and process, guys. Let's talk about strong character first. Strong character, emotional development, and mastery of your craft. These three guys are really critical for this business and really for life in the business, because how you do anything is how you do everything. It's going to spill you wherever you go. You take you wherever you go. You know, yeah, I'm not just a real estate agent, but it's, you know, every part of me, everything that I am, I take it with me everywhere that I go. So let's talk about first this strong character. I think it's so critical. I don't know if a lot of groups or coaches are talking about this, but character, you know, they're saying your gifts and talents will take you where your character can't keep you. Anybody ever heard that?
Oh, yes.
Your gifts, you know, we got great gifts.
I think I heard that before. Yes, sir.
You don't ever want your gifts and character to take you to, your gifts and talents to take you to a place that your character can't keep you.
Yeah.
Because that's how people fall. That's how you falter. if there's no character, your character, the purpose of character is to show you who you really are and how you actually deal with things in different stages, in different aspects of your life. If the character is not strong enough, you'll fall for anything, you'll fall for everything. You're going to appear to people and show people the real flaw that is on the inside of you, because you can't give what you don't have. You have to be strong enough to be able to withstand whatever is going to be thrown at you. You have to know what your principles are. You have to know what what you stand on that makes you who you are. Character reveals your own flaws to you and allows you to develop those things and make you better and stronger.
Yeah. Character, guys. So I got a whole list I'm gonna go through here. So guys, are you dependable? Talking about character. Can people depend on you? Can your clients depend on you? Can your spouse depend on you, your family, your children? Can people depend on you? Are you going to do what you said you're going to do? Are you going to be a woman, a man of your word? You know, is your word your bond? Remember, we used to say back in the 80s, you know, my word is my bond and bond is life. You know, is your word your bond? Are you hardworking? Are you hardworking, guys? Are you lazy? Or you just do enough? Do you just do enough just to get by? Again, we're talking about character, guys.
Yep.
Not just real estate. You'll find, again, how you do anything is how you do everything. It spills over to every part of your life because it's you. It's your character. It's the you of you. We're talking about the you of you, not the you on these calls, the you when you go to church, you in school or wherever, you know, it's the you of you. You know, do you have integrity? That's a big one, guys. A lot of people in this industry don't have integrity.
Yep.
They lack integrity. Won't do the right thing when nobody's looking, right?
Yep.
Will you make the right call? Will you do the right thing when nobody else is looking? Are you honest? Honesty. Honest, guys. Have you ever been challenged to be honest? You know, what are the principles and morals do you live by? Do you have principles and morals that you live by? I know many of us, most of us are Christian on here, but are you living by those principles?
Amen.
What principles do you have? Morals. Are you living according to the word of God? Are you representing Christ everywhere that you go? You know, so what are the principles? Anybody on that? Richard? Okay. What's your reputation in the marketplace? What's your reputation like? Yes, the people who know you, the people who know you best, what's your reputation like?
In life.
You know, what would they say? What would they say about you? What's your reputation? This is other people, guys. Again, you can't go off of what you see, what you think you feel about yourself. What do other people say about you? What do you feel that they say about you? You know, are you faithful? Are you faithful, guys? Are you loyal? Are you type of person you go from one thing to the next thing? You're chasing all kind of shiny objects. Are you faithful? Are you focused on one thing?
That's good.
You know, what are some other habits? What's some habits that are not serving you well as far as your character? You know, you're drinking alcohol too much. You're smoking too much. Somebody needs to stop smoking. You know, you smell like smoke. It's ruining your health. You're drinking too much.
You show up in appointments drunk.
I got people.
You show up in appointments drunk.
Ooh.
You're driving and you get pulled over and they smell nothing but alcohol or smoke.
Yeah.
I know it's legal in some states in the DMV, but there's some things that you just don't, because of your person of character, there's some things that you just don't do. All things could be lawful for me, but not all things are expedient. Expediency becomes what you've got to think about. Does this speak well of me? When I show up at an appointment, am I timely? When I show up in a place, do they feel like the person they spoke to on the phone or on the Zoom call is the same person that they're meeting? Or are they saying, what did we get ourselves into?
Yeah.
Because my character, what I'm doing or saying, if I just take liberty for granted because I don't have any barriers. I don't have any, what's that word? Any demarcation line of what I'm not going to cross. Do I become one of them? What sets me apart from the other agent that says, I'll do it for free, but I want to charge you? If an agent is saying, I'm going to do it for free and I'm going to charge you, this is what listing, when you even talking about listing now. If an agent says, I'm going to do it for 1%, but I'm showing up and I say, I'm doing it for 6%, what sets me apart? What am I going to do to make them want to hire me because I'm charging more for my brokerage than the one that is charging less? Does it show in my character? Does it show in the promise of what I said that I'm going to do? Am I showing them that my job is not to set a price? My job is to bring you to a marketplace to make you, to sell your property in a timely way, in a timely fashion, presenting it in a good way. And am I going to do everything that I said I'm going to do? Or am I just another agent that say, I'll put in the MLS and we see what happens? That's part of character.
Character. Guys, are we using profanity?
Yes.
With our clients?
That's huge.
I tell you a story a couple of weeks ago. I met with a loan officer. We had done a deal together, $1 million deal together, but man, unless he changes, I can't deal with him. His values don't line up with mine. And I had to correct him on the spot. No, don't use that type of language when you're referring to a conversation that you had, and he was referring to a conversation he had with my client, that he used that language. He even just, but it was a teaching moment for him. It was a moment of correction and teaching, and hopefully he embraces it and he can be a great loan officer. It's going to help him. But guys, what are your values? What are your morals? What you live by? So you got to set them. You got to be able to set your values. What are you going to stand for? What are you going to stand for? There may be some clients you may not need to work with. There's some clients you may have to fire, because it just ain't working out. It's just, no, I'm not going to do anything shady. I'm not going to do what you say. No, I'm going to do things the right way, because they'll tell you to do all kinds of stuff. But you know what's right and what's not.
Amen.
Jimmy?
Just want to say something real quick about that. When I first started in this business, I've been a Christian all this time, for a long time. But when I first started in this business, I made a critical mistake. And I just want to say, based on what you just said about using vulgarity, I was at the showing. It was my time for the showing. And I got there, about to go in, and this agent just comes flying in. His time was already, lapsed. And he just jumped in and he was like, I'm going to whatever. And my instinct instantly was to be like, excuse you? I was like, are you kidding me? And he was just bull-guarding me and just wanted to go. And my clients are standing there and everything like that. And I was like, my instinct was immediately said, no, you're not. I said, you're not going to do that because this is my time and you need to step back. I don't know who I went at him and I caught myself instantly that, wait a minute, I'm trying to show myself real good to my client that I can fight for them, but I'm fighting the wrong way for them.
Right.
Because instantly I realized that the way I spoke to him and the way I treated him, they may have loved it that, yes, Jimmy fought for us, but what are they thinking now? What if the shoe was on the other foot? Is this the same way Jimmy is going to treat us? So I had to apologize to him right then and there. I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I said, I told to my client, I said, are you guys okay to let him go? Or what would you do? I say, it's your call. It's your time. But I had to get that moment and quickly, because we got to realize this. Anytime, if you can describe a situation and be vulgar and be all whatever, thinking that you're fighting for your client, but they are going to flip and think, and when everything is calm, that is this the same way he or she's going to treat us? And it doesn't bode well. So,
exactly. Good point. Guys, are you on time? Do you show up on time? Do you have a late spirit? A spirit of lateness? Everywhere you go, you're late for church, you're late getting to your appointment, doctor's appointment, or you're late on these Zooms in the morning. Do you have a late spirit? Do you show up late everywhere that you go, everything that you're calling, you're making excuses to your client that there's traffic when there's not any traffic. You should have just left earlier. Talk about character. What'd you say, Tim?
No, that's funny because yeah, I try to be on time, and I'm not gonna say I always am, but when I am late, I call and just tell the truth. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm late. I'm on my way. I should be there. My GPS is saying yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that, you know, when you're late, especially in real estate, that can blow up a deal big time.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I try to make sure that I give myself some time to get there early. Because a lot of times clients will beat you there. And it's not like you coming there and they're saying, hey, we've been here already 30 minutes, you know, because they want to scope out the neighborhood, but now you're 10 minutes late.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're thinking that you're on time. Hey, they've already been there. So I try, you know, to pride myself. And then at the same time, when I'm going somewhere and I got enough time and somebody's on my tail, beeping, you know, trying to move you over, and I'm thinking to myself, they probably should have left earlier. That's why they rushing. You know what I'm saying? So
That's good. That's
same
good.
way. Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, Rod, this is Andrew.
Yes, sir.
It's not just real estate, it's just life in general. If you're
Right.
late to the appointment, that's how you're going to treat my listing. That's how you're going to treat my deal.
Ooh.
You know, and in life, I don't deal with late people
Yeah.
because it reveals who you are.
Yeah. That's powerful.
You know, I tell my family, because they got that late spirit. I say, look, you know, there might be an accident and you have to reroute, you know, and I have a saying, on time is late, early is on time.
That's right.
And that's what I live by.
That's right. Guys, we're raising, I'm telling you, the dream team, we're raising the bar in our industry, and especially with African-American agents. Guys, you know, African-American business owners, we got a bad reputation out there. We open up late, close early, we leave early. We're raising the bar, but you got to shift. You got to apply these things. You know, this shouldn't be us in the marketplace. We're changing the narrative now. No, that we're professionals. Is that right, guys? Can I get one amen with that?
With integrity, amen. Amen.
Amen.
You said it perfectly well. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet on that.
Yeah, let me go through this list, guys, because we're coming down to the end. Do you lie or stretch the truth to get out of situations? Do you lie to cover your mistakes? You know, how do you treat your spouse? I threw a curveball at y'all.
Uh-oh.
I feel like
How you treat your spouse, guys? Do you honor, respect?
Yes.
Or you prideful, nobody can tell you nothing. She can't tell you nothing. He can't tell you nothing. Y'all can't correct each other. Y'all mad at each other all the time. Woo. Do you have a mean spirit? Jealous? Do you fly off the handle? Like Jim was saying, you know, is that my first response to like really just say, just don't cross me. Don't come at me like that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a jealous spirit? You can't lift up your fellow agent, your fellow person, guys. Again, this is you, this character. This is not just real estate. It follows you everywhere that you go. You know, do you cut corners? Fake it till you make it. At some point, you got to learn this stuff, guys. Yeah, you go out there. I want you to be confident. We want you to be confident. We go out there and talk and transfer your past experiences over to real estate. Some of you may be new, but I say, hey, take what you did, what you were proficient with. You were already professional, but transfer it over here and show confidence, guys. But you can't just continue on faking it till you make it. You got to learn this business. You got to master some things. Doing things in secret that would be embarrassing if everybody knew about it. Let's talk about emotional development, guys. How many more minutes? I got 10 minutes. Woo! Is this good, y'all? This is good stuff, y'all. I know it.
Yes, it is. We're gonna mute our mic. Keep going.
Hey, guys, this is Dream Team, guys. We different. We want
Everybody,
y'all to-
but there will be an altar call at the end of this call.
Let's talk about emotional development, guys. I think we've been hitting on it. I know Jimmy been hitting it pretty much all morning, guys. Emotional development, guys. Being able to communicate, being able to control your emotions is so critical in this business, guys. And I'm telling you, I'm getting delivered from a temper, guys. I think I picked that thing up in the Marines. You know, I get mad quick, but I've had to learn I'm learning to control myself. I'm getting delivered. You know, we fly off the handle because, you know, we got the aggression. I'm a high D, guys. I'm a driver. You know, I make it happen for my people, and, you know, I get really, you know, excited about things sometimes. But so I'm getting delivered from it. Amen. But how do you handle difficult situations?
Amen.
How do you handle difficult situations, guys? Your feelings, self-esteem issues, you know, how do you deal with disappointment? Guys, there's going to be disappointments in this real estate. Every deal's not going to go through. Every deal's not going to happen, guys. You're going to have to write 10 offers, and, you know, they're going to accept another offer. They told you that they was going to go with yours, but you're like, what? You know, how do you deal with your emotional development, emotions? Is it going to knock you out of the business? Like, you know, you hear us say, what's your downtime when bad things happen to you? How long are you going to stay down? What's your recovery time? Somebody write that down. You know, my recovery time. How setbacks, disappointments, you know, death in the family, situations, life happens, guys. You know, somebody else is going to join EXP under somebody else, and you know good and well they spoke to you first. You know, deals are your neighbor's going to put a sign. Are you going to let these things, you know, knock you out of the business, knock you down where you can't get back up and get back into the fight? Getting some deliverance. You know, do you find yourself getting angry a lot, guys? If you do, you got to deal with it. You got to pray about it. You know, no joy, no peace, insecurities. Things always have to go your way.
Rod, can I say something about that?
Mhm.
I got a real time. I just talked to someone about that yesterday, about getting angry or being frustrated. And so you find that you have a choice in the moment. Like, and I'll just talk about myself. I have a choice. Like, am I going to be frustrated? And then there's the part where, when I spoke to somebody about this, she knew exactly what I was talking about. The energy that it takes to not be frustrated. It's like pushing down a lever to uphold your joy, or to uphold encouragement, or to remind yourself how many times you've been brought out. It is, even that can be a struggle, because sometimes you just want to fold and go in the corner and be mad or be frustrated, go into your bad space for a minute and then come on out. But then you have to think, what if I don't come out? Or what if I stay too long? So it can be difficult for people just to uphold the banner of God's gonna do it, or I've been through it before and I can make it. And sometimes you feel like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of this not working, or this. And so, but you do have a moment where you can make a decision. It's a mind shift. It's a shift. It's a mental ascent. So yeah, and that's a part of the emotional development. It's that maturity. And like you said, we all need to be delivered from something, because I believe everybody in here is an ex something. And you have to get delivered from, as you see you're stuck in a place, that just embrace the deliverance, just get it done, and just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
That's all I really wanted to say about that. Thank you.
No, I love that, Nabil. You said something. It's a choice. It's a split second choice decision. You know, you got to think about any tips, Nabil, about how to, you know, like real time, how to slow down time. If you could just slow down time and just, what do you count to 10, or what do you do? What's a tip for that?
Yeah, it's like I used to always tell my clients, life consists of choices.
Say that again.
Life consists of choices.
Yeah.
And you can choose to be, because it's like you ask yourself in the moment, what am I about to give up? What am I about to give up if I do this? Or if I behave this way, if I react that way, what am I about to give up? What am I going to lose? Whether it's time, money, relationship. And then the other thing is, I tell people, anchor thoughts. You got to have anchor thoughts. An anchor thought is something you prepare. You can't wait until you're in the moment. And I always use getting on a plane, fear as an example. You're afraid to get on a plane. Well, if you get on the plane and you start starting to have that fear, like, oh, the plane's going to crash, da, 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 da. No, think about what's going to happen after. If you're going to a family reunion, or you're going to a conference, or you're going to meet a bunch of realtors, you're going to meet your business partners or whatever, you think about that. So that's what you lift up instead of, reacting and giving into the fear. So, and I think that those anchor thoughts are going to work overall over everything, no matter what it is, your frustrations, how you feel. Like if you're getting mad about, well, okay, this deal's not going, or I'm going around and around with this particular client. Life consists of choices, Nabia. Who are you going to be in the moment? Who do you choose to be? Who do you choose to be? And if you're a believer, number one, Christ in you, the hope of glory. Number two, we are letting God live vicariously through us. So it's what he would do. It's how he would react.
I love that. Who do you choose to be? I wrote that down. Thank you, Nabia. Let's hit this last one, guys. We got 3 minutes. Woo! Mastery of your craft, guys. At some point, you want to achieve a level of mastery. I know we're always learning. We're always going to be growing and development. But you want to get to the point where you got mastery of a working mastery of your craft, your contracts, your forms, your addendums. New agents, don't wait till you got a deal. Don't wait until you got a buyer. Now you're scrambling, trying to find where is that buyer presentation? Where is that listing agreement or that buyer agreement? How to fill it out. Learn it now. Does that make sense, guys? Learn it now. Will y'all do that? Will y'all learn how to fill out your forms now before you're under fire? Just military, they didn't drop us in battle and then we try to learn how to fire a weapon while we're in the battle. We learned, we had a saying that the more you sweat in peacetime, the less you bleed in wartime.
That's right.
You can't wait until you got somebody ready to sell their house. Now you're scrambling, trying to get a lockbox, how to do a listing presentation, how to get a sign. You got to prepare. Learn your forms, learn your addendums, learn your contracts, even way before, pretend like you got a client. Learn to fill it out, right? Fill out the thing up completely. Your listing presentation, get mastery of listing presentations. There's so many out there. So you can go on YouTube. Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, Kevin Ward, one of my past coaches. So much free content and information in the EXP University.
Yes.
Go out there in the workplace. There's so much information out there on listing presentations. What do you do when you show up at the house? Go out and shadow somebody. Get with your mentor, but don't wait. How to successfully list and sell a house. How to successfully represent a buyer with 5-star excellence, guys. They should be raving. They should be telling all of their friends and family about you because you did such an amazing job. You showed so much care. Care, guys. It comes down, what they say, love covers a multitude of sin, guys. Care. Just showing so much love. If you don't know something, reach out to a fellow agent, but just showing, they should feel how much you care about them. Is there anybody on it that makes sense? Andrew, Benise, some of our other rock stars. Is that
yes,
right?
yes, it makes a lot of sense. Lots of sense. Not just in real estate, we have to do it in life. When you do it in life, then it covers everything.
In life, guys, just showing care and love. I mean, Andrew came to visit our church, man. We loved on Andrew, man. We showed him how much we cared and appreciated him being there. Did you feel it, Andrew? Did you feel the care, when you came?
I'm still talking about it. I am still telling everybody about it. I said, man, I went up there and I said, everybody was just so friendly and, they give you a hug, they greeted you, and just how everything was decent and in order.
Yeah.
I'm still talking about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's and like Andrew said, in every part of your life, in decency and in order, guys. Order. Your business should be in order. How to market, brand, prospect for business, guys. That's a critical one right there. We get the license, but we don't know how to market. We don't know how to get our name out there, or we're procrastinating on calling, prospecting, and lead generating. Guys, get mastered. Start mastering your craft. There's a ton of information out there to train and teach you on every part of business, how to do videos, how to brand, how to do and market yourself on social media, how to prospect, how to call, how to dial. Everything's out there, but you have to be intentional about your growth and development, guys. Going back to that first slide, being intentional about it, managing your finances. You know, a lot of us Christians, you know, we do the right thing with the 10% with tithers, but we do the wrong thing with the 90%. Does that make sense, guys? What I'm saying? We do the right thing, we tithe, but we do the wrong thing with the 90%, or we don't know what to do with the 90%. Business, taxes, everything, managing your business, guys. Any takeaways, guys? Let's get some feedback. Was this helpful for anybody? This is our Friday masterminds, guys. I don't know why we're not packed out today, but you know, maybe everybody's sleeping in today.
Hey, Rod, I wanted
takeaways?
to add.
Yes.
I wanted to add. Excuse me, add one quick thing about what you had said previously. When I used to sit in and negotiate with the union, and I used to, I would argue with them, but a lot of times I would argue with them because I had to because of the contract. But there were times when, and I had told some of my other labor relations coordinators, I said, we would sit down, they would yell and scream and go on, and I would just sit back and smile at them and say, okay. And I said, and I told them, I said, whenever you do that, you throw them off guard because they come at you with that energy because they know they're wrong. And they're trying to force you into something. I said, well, if you just kind of look at them and smile and say, okay, and agree to it. And I've done this, and I did it with my labor relations coordinator sitting in a room. They came in and they chewed me out and up one side and down the other. I was the HR director, and I looked at them and I said, okay, sure, we'll give you whatever you want. And they didn't know what to say.
Wow.
And so much so that they didn't trust what I gave them. They thought they messed up. They're like, and that's a way to win an argument. They came back. Matter of fact, what I offered them, they never accepted. What they were demanding in the meeting, and I freely offered it to them, they never accepted it because they thought I was tricking them.
Wow.
And I said, a lot of times, I said, that's how you should be nice and calm and look at them in the face, smile, and say, okay, sure, sure, whatever you want.
That's
and walk away. And now they're like, what? Because that's why people come at you with that kind of energy.
Yeah.
Because they're expecting a like and kind response.
Right.
And when you don't give it to them, they're like, oh, well, maybe I messed up.
Wow.
And you're just going about your business, and let them sit there. And I said, I messed them up for the whole week because they have no idea what just happened.
Good stuff, Jason. Good stuff. Good. Anybody else, guys? What did you take away? Hey, Tim.
God's still working on me because I would have told him, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to my car.
He's
still working on me.
You got everybody say still working on me.
One of my takeaways is actually several takeaways, but I believe coming together as a group and really masterminding, that's one of the biggest principles they talk about. If you ever read Think and Grow Rich, is getting together with like-minded people and masterminding. And when you mastermind, you may highlight problems, you may highlight successes, but what the thing is, coming together is a holistic approach, not only to real estate, but our life, about our faith, about our character, about how do we show up to ourselves? How do we show up to our clients? The encouragement that we have in ourselves, and then even that you know, even when we don't meet the mark, or even when we have setbacks, or even when we have situations that may discourage us, we all have those same challenges. But to be here and to be able to mastermind together and to be able to share with each other, I think it really helps to strengthen each and every one of us. But like we always say, iron sharpens iron. It strengthens us in our business, our faith, our character. And even if you're not doing something on here, you pick it up. Some things are taught, what they say, and some things are caught. And you catch a lot of things here that maybe you say, you know what, I'm not doing that. Maybe I got to work on a few of those character things. Maybe I need to work on my finances. Maybe I need to work on, you know, not being lazy. Maybe I need to work on, but this call right here helps to undergird you in your business and in life. So definitely I say plug into these mastermind calls because they're invaluable.
Yeah, bring a guest, bring somebody, guys. All right, thank you for that, Tim. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead.
Hey, Rod, this is Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Now, I was just going to say that this is supposed to be a real estate mastermind class, but what we're being taught is a life mastermind class. And when you get that part, then it covers everything else.
Woo, that's powerful, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Andrew. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys, stay committed to elevating, guys, elevating to in every area of your life, guys, your life, elevate in your life in every area. All right. Bless y'all. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Go to
Thank
church
you.
on Sunday. Make sure y'all go to church on Sunday.
Amen.
Have a good weekend.
Bless y'all.
Have a good
Thank y'all.
weekend,
Have a
everyone.
good weekend, everyone.
All right, take care. All right, bless y'all.
Bye, guys.